Greetings, everyone. It's our Craftapalooza part 3. This is week 3 craft. It's this snappy dollar store globe upgrade. So, yes, you will make your own little shatterproof snow globe. As is in your kit, you'll have a snow globe. You will have some clay. You'll have a little wooden ring that you can use or not use. Some snow glitter to put in there. Inserts, now these will vary. Some cool vinyl snowflakes. Thank you to our computer center that printed these out for us on their digital cutter device. You'll have some glycerine. And you need to provide some water, a towel, and I like to use a mug or something to prop it up when I'm putting the water in. So expect there to be a little bit of wetness, so have a towel as well. To begin, you want to take your globe and you would like to remove this inside plug. It's in there pretty tight. This forms the base to where you're going to put the snow or your object. Remove this. Now you will rinse yours out, just so to make sure there's no dust in there. I'm going to skip that. These are breakdownable. We're not going to use silicone glue or anything to make them permanent. The clay actually seals it so that it is quite watertight, so that you can undo it if you would like. Now, in terms of the inserts, there are varying ones in each bag, but if you'd like to include your own inserts, the only thing requirement, I mean, you can find all kinds of tchotchkes, they need to be water impervious. That means they need to be made out of plastic or glass or vinyl or something that won't break down in the water. Rocks, 3D printed figures. Don't put wood in there. Avoid metal and paper, things like that that will deteriorate in water. So, okay, so like I found this at the dollar store. It's a little keychain. I'm just going to remove the little keychain part, and you can use your favorite Disney snowman. Maybe I'll put Goomba in there. Anyway, so the first thing to do is after you've taken it apart is you want to get your clay out. I have preconditioned mine. This is plasticine modeling clay. It's an oil-based clay. It's a little bit like plumber's putty, and this is what's going to create the seal to keep the water out, and it's going to create the base for your figure. So it will take some time to condition with the warmth of your hand, so it's pretty hard. So you're just going to make like a little mound on top and press it all the way to just a bit over the edges. If you've ever made a pie, it's kind of like the pie crust part. But you want to push out a thin layer so that when you push it back in, it fills in any gaps that you might have. And it's okay if some unevenly distributes there. So then maybe you want to just make a little hill there. You can smooth it out. If you don't care about your fingerprints being on there, so be it. If you want it really nice and smooth, a little hack is to put the plastic over it and smooth it with your fingers to get a really smooth finish. That's up to you. What is crucial, however, is that once you put your object in, I'm pressing it in, you have to take the modeling clay has to be smashed up against wherever it is in there, because if it's not, your object may come loose. Now, other people have done this online with polymer clay as a base and what have you, but we're just going to do this. See how I'm like actually kind of like smearing it up there? So what? We won't see his little feet. Just to create a seal around your object. Then the next step is to add the water. I will say this clay will leave sort of an oily residue on your hands, so make sure you wash your hands very well with soap and water, or you can use a little olive oil or baby oil to get the residue off if you don't want to leave fingerprints on your globe. You want to wash it off anyway. So I use a mug just to keep it steady. Now we're going to add, first we're going to add our glitter. This is just a random mix of glitter and sequins and stuff, and I'm going to dump the whole thing in there. You can add your own if you like, if you have that plastic confetti kind of stuff. Then you're going to add the water. I'm going to add it about 3/4 of the way. Then you have your glycerin. You're just going to pour it in. You want about 3 drops or so. 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's do 4. And you can add the whole lot. This is just in the cake aisle or wherever the baking stuff is, glycerin. And then that keeps the glitter from falling too fast. If you add too much, it'll get gunky. If you don't add enough, it'll fall really fast. So you know what? Let's just see what happens if we add just 1 more. Now this is the fun and or messy part, because you want to fill the container all the way up to the top. I mean, you might get a little air bubble in there. I'm also trying to drown the glitter there a little bit. I'm probably a 1/2 inch away from the top. Now, as you put your character in upside down, it's going to displace the water. So just be prepared for that. And now I'm also going to tap the glitter down. Tap any air bubbles. And then you take your object, well, your base and your critter, you're going to push it in there. And now just ease it in there. You can see where the clay is kind of oozing out of the sides a bit. The water's oozing out. Take your time so you don't accidentally squirt yourself. Until you get it all the way in there. Press it around, go around a couple times, and you'll see if you have enough clay, it will have oozed out. You can remove that excess. And to test to make sure, perish the thought, we have to undo it. You'll be able to see you should have clay at least all the way around here, so that when I turn it right back right side up, it should not leak. If it leaks, you didn't put enough clay on there. So there might be a little air bubble in there, hard to avoid, but then you can shake it up. The last little things are just decorative. Tiny little upgrade with the bark to make it a little fancier, and then you can apply these little vinyls, little snowflakes, as many as you like that are included, or you don't have to put in there at all. And voila, you've made a snow globe. See you next time.